I was driving to work, one of my favorite songs came on. It's called Boiling Water by Magnetic Man, which is composed of three main dubstep DJs from the UK. And they come together, they create kind of like a D&B dubstep, like their own, and they have like their own mixed genres of music. But this particular song, one of the lyrics is not a day goes by that I don't dream of what this life could be. And as this song was playing, I actually every time this song plays, I just get this feeling of when I was younger all the way to now that's never went away. It's like it doesn't matter if I'm doing good or bad in life. It doesn't matter if I have money or if I'm flat broke or like whatever. It doesn't matter. I've always had this feeling of like what life could possibly be. Like, what are the potential outcomes? Why? What? I don't know. Like, I guess in terms of not too much changing this reality, it's changing the way we think in this reality. So it's like this. How can somebody sit there and be extremely wealthy, do all these wild things, like live this wild life, and yeah, you turn around and somebody next to you is just suffering to the hardest core. And it's like not a day goes by that I don't dream of like what else could life be when you see women that are going through breast cancer and they get severely mutilated. They get like it's just terrible. And to me it's like when does the time come that we don't have to live this reality anymore? When we don't have to suffer anymore, or when we don't have to go through turmoils, or and even if we do go through it, it's just the thought of how could life be? Like what are the potential outcomes, whether good or bad? It just blows my mind. I think about it all the time. There's not a day that goes by that I don't dream of what this life could be. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I always dream that it's going to be good either. Because sometimes, like, you have no choice but to dream up a crazy reality because of the world that you live in. If you were to come up with a logical conclusion of how this life would be, then you would look at how we are now and maybe the outcome wouldn't be so good. But if you change your mindset to something totally different, then the outcome could definitely become something more. You could move beyond your human expectations. You could evolve beyond measure. I mean, think about this. The human beings that lived way, like, the human beings that lived in Egyptian times, think about that. They dreamt of how life could be. And is this how they dreamt it would be? To some extent, obviously. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. But to the other extent, it's like they had no idea of the world that we would live in now. I'm 25 years old, and this life is just it's a wild ride to be 25 years old in 2005. Well, technically, I'm not 25 yet, but 25 is just 2 months away. Anyway, there's not a day that goes by that I don't dream of how this life could be, and I don't think that that hunger or that answer will ever be satisfied. Because I think in our human nature, it's natural to always wonder, to always guess, to always. It's like a thrill, really, if you think about it. So, who knows? I guess we're just going in circles. That must be the answer. Hmm.